This film is brought to you by New York Life and its dedicated agents, proud sponsors of the NFL's team highlight films. New York Life, the company you keep.
Just gotta keep up what we've been doing, show 'em what we all about. 1, 2, 3, work!
There's a storm brewing in San Diego, and it's threatening to reshape the landscape of the AFC West. 1992 could be the year when the Chargers rediscover their winning rhythm.
Gonna give it to Bernstein, gonna throw the halfback option, wide open, got it! Touchdown, San Diego, Rod Bernstein!
The future is at hand, waiting for the Chargers to reach out and grab it. The Chargers are riding on a wave of emotion. But emotion is an unsteady sea. And when the tide turned in 1991, the Chargers were caught in the undertow.
Success is measured in this league by wins and losses. That's the bottom line. I believe our goals have turned from statistics to just wins and points and not allowing the opposition to score more points than we have. I think you get caught into statistics so much that you lose perspective, that you lose the ability to see, well, what is our ultimate goal here? Why are we here? And that is to win this ball game.
All-pro cornerback Gil Byrd knows the hollow nature of statistics. Over the past 4 years, he has the most interceptions in the entire NFL. But the only numbers this Pro Bowl performer and his teammates are interested in are in the win column. And on both sides of the ball, this team is ready to band together and build a new winning tradition in San Diego.
Stay together, baby. Come on. Stay together. Stay together. Come on, let's do all we got. That's all we have.
I have really been impressed by our players. I think that we have good character people. I do. And I think that has to be the starting point. You have to have talent. That's always the case. Then the next consideration is the character of the individual.
First on the Chargers' depth chart under character is Gil Byrd, voted the team's most inspirational player. Byrd heads up a secondary featuring Donnie Elder, Floyd Fields, Anthony Shelton, Tony Blaylock, Cedric Mack, and number 27, Donald Frank.
Looks up in the middle, throws, intercepted! He's gonna go all the way! The ball is picked off and Donnie Frank is gonna score! Touchdown, San Diego!
More than just big plays, San Diego's DBs go for the big hits, with the big man being safety Stanley Richard.
I think first and foremost, I'd like for people to think of the Chargers as a group of hitters. I want people to walk off the field who have played us saying, by golly, they played a tough, hard, physical football game.
Run, hit, run, and hit. Run, hit, run, and hit.
The Chargers' defensive strategy will be brutally simple in '92. In fact, All-Pro linebacker Junior Seau already knows it by heart.
Run and hit! Dominate, dominate, let's kill them. It's not just win, let's kill. Remember this! We're getting better than that, baby. Gotta come better than that. Make a wall, baby, make walls. Let's do it. They jacked you up. Let's take it back. They jacked you up. Woo!
Seau exploded to prominence in his second season and was voted the AFC's top inside linebacker for the Pro Bowl. He had 7 sacks and led the Chargers with 129 tackles.
Junior is, in one word, awesome. His physical ability is just unbelievable. He just loves to play the game. He's enthusiastic, and that enthusiasm is contagious. And he's just getting us fired up, saying, come on, let's go, let's stop these guys, let's stay in the game. He's a leader.
Let's go, play, let's go! Go! Wake up! Switch 5, ready?
Seau led the charge, anchored by veteran linebackers Gary Plummer, number 50, and Henry Rolling, number 57. Rolling rocked opponents' run and pass attacks, with help from David Grayson and 9-year veteran Billy Ray Smith, number 54. But the major force against the pass remained Leslie O'Neal, number 91, who led the team in sacks with 10. In the season finale alone, he had 4 sacks, just 1 shy of his own team record of 5. His talent sets him apart and makes him an example to his teammates.
He doesn't make a mistake. He's a technician. He's a great, great player. And, you know, he leads by example. And he's a player that I look at and I learn from.
The mere fact that he came back to take the field at all after a devastating knee injury is impressive. That he roared back even better is amazing. In 1991, the pass rush specialist also blossomed against the run and was 3rd on the team in total tackles behind Seau and Plummer. Another inspirational performer on defense was nose tackle Joe Phillips, number 75, who came back from injuries of his own to start 15 games in the trenches for the Chargers. Newcomers Mitchell Benson and fellow 300-pounder George Thornton, number 93, promised to make the Chargers' run defense a ton tougher in '92, while number 92, Bert Grossman, remains among the premier pass-rushing ends in the league. It is a menacing unit that promises to walk tall into the future. The future is foremost in the mind of the Spanos family, and the Chargers view their youth as their greatest asset. So Chairman of the Board Alex Spanos and Vice Chairman Dean Spanos charged General Manager Bobby Beathard to find a head coach who knows how to turn young players into winners. The man he found was Bobby Ross. Ross turned an unheralded Georgia Tech team into national champions in 1990 and knows the one ingredient necessary above all else for victory.
Character in your players, the willingness not to give up, and sometimes you have to insist that that's there.
As head coach at Maryland in 1984, Ross taught his team about character against the top-ranked University of Miami when Maryland fell behind 31-0 at the half.
And I can recall telling our players to get up off that bench and come up to that sideline and get into the game. Get focused into the football game. They had the loser's look on their faces. Their heads were down. They had almost given up. And I had to almost insist that they get back up there.
Ross's team not only got back into the game, they came back and won in the greatest comeback in the history of Division I college football. It is this indomitable spirit that Ross brings to San Diego.
There's that character element, there's that confidence element. Those are the key ingredients, and that never give up type of an attitude that I think you have to have.
Last season, no Charger had his character tested more than quarterback John Friesz. Named as the opening day starter, despite having only one game of NFL experience, Friesz learned why NFL passers normally get years of grooming before they start.
Harmon the lone back. Second down and 10. Here comes the rush. Friesz fumbles the ball. Denver recovers.
But despite Friesz's trial by fire, there remained in him a burning desire to succeed.
Well, it's something that I think every kid dreams about. In a sense, I'm kind of living a dream of a lot of my friends and a lot of the other people that have gone through the system, and I feel lucky to be a part of this, and I kind of feel like, in a sense, it's almost like I'm carrying a torch.
And the consensus around the league is that that torch is leading him to a very bright future.
Hey, do me one favor. Tell Friesz he's going to be a hell of a player. All right.
Before long, Friesz was making such predictions come true. He was reading defenses well and delivering the ball with the delicate touch of an old master. He displayed the courage to hang tough in the pocket and the wisdom to unload it just at the right time. In Week 6 against the Raiders in Los Angeles, Friesz had the young Chargers believing they could accomplish things they never had before.
They're going to throw it. Friesz, play action, throws, touchdown, San Diego!
The first touchdown catch of Marion Butts' career, the first non-strike win in Los Angeles for the Chargers, and the first win of the season. John Friesz's star had begun to shine.
I think he started to come along when we played the Raiders and got that first victory. I was telling guys that following week, you see how John's throwing the ball? You know, because before then it was a little tentative at doing things. And ever since then it's been, you know, just spontaneous movements, and he's been throwing, hitting receivers, and he's graceful with his balls. He can throw a long bomb 60 yards and it just fall right in your hand. If you get the right people around him, which I think we do, he's going to be great, I think, at this level.
Friesz's primary target will be wide receiver Anthony Miller. The Chargers All-Pro has deep speed plus the strength to make the tough catch in traffic, and should return to form freed from the injuries that plagued him in '91.
Blitz comes, back to throw. Friesz throws open, caught Anthony Miller at the 10 to the 5. He scores!
Tight ends Dwayne Young, Craig McEwen, and starter Derek Walker, number 89, provide timely targets for Friesz and backups Bob Galliano and Jeff Graham, as do wideouts Yancey Thigpen and number 80, Sean Jefferson. Friesz also discovered the offense's most pleasant surprise, wide receiver Nate Lewis, a former 7th-round draft choice who became San Diego's showstopper. With this crew, the future of the Chargers' passing game is in good hands. In 1991, the Chargers put their best foot forward behind Rod Bernstein, Ronnie Harmon, and Marion Butts. More than super, they were supernatural.
It goes for Marion Butts, running ripshod through us.
Swing pass to Butts, nowhere to go. Butts breaks a tackle, though. Look at this! Goes to the 45, to the 50, to the 40, down the sidelines, to the 30, to the 20. Unbelievable run by Marion Butts on a swing pass to the right.
Butts was the Chargers' leading rusher for the 3rd time in his 3-year career. But he wasn't the only big back who made the earth move for Charger fans. Rod Bernstein started the first 8 games for the Chargers and surpassed the 100-yard mark 4 times. A converted tight end, Bernstein's progress as a running back, like his style, can only be described as earth-shaking. It took a whole team of defenders to stop Bernstein and Butts, and sometimes more.
From the 27, they're going to give it. Butts is hitting the backfield, breaks the tackle. 25, 20, 10. He's going to score. Touchdown, San Diego Marion.
While Butts and Bernstein made the glory yards, the gritty 3rd and 4th down situations fell to Ronnie Harmon.
Well, that's my job, so hey, if I got to go in there on 4th down and make a couple of yards, I got to do it. I have no other choice but to get the 1st down. There's no second chance. Either you do it or you don't.
And nobody can make that extra yard quite like Ronnie Harmon. For other teams, he was the most frustrating player. For the Chargers, he was voted most valuable.
Freeze drop play. Harmon scoots through the hole. 10 to the 5. Goal line. Touchdown, San Diego.
Harmon led the team in total yards from scrimmage. He gained 555 yards receiving on a team-high 59 catches to go with his 544 yards rushing and a 6.1 yards per carry average, the best among NFL running backs. Even the most breathtaking runs are born in the ugly world of the pit. Here, the Chargers offensive linemen like Broderick Thompson, David Richards, Leo Goas, Mike Zandowski, and rookie Eric Moulton, number 77, do the dirty work. No one appreciates these workhorses more than the running backs who ride them to the end zone. Co-lineman of the year, Courtney Hall, the center, and former Plan B free agent, left tackle Harry Swain, number 72, represent the heart of the unit that could become the lifeblood of the Chargers' revitalized offense.
I mean, with time, you get used to, the blocking of your offensive line. You get that synergy. You get that feeling, and you can trust the next man or whatever. You get to togetherness. We're more together as a team, and I feel great.
San Diego knocking at the door. I formation. They give it to Butts. He kicks the door in. Touchdown, San Diego.
The Chargers proved what togetherness can produce when they rallied as a team in back-to-back games in November. The speed of Anthony Miller and the power of Marion Butts fueled the offense.
Inside handoff, here comes Butts, outside now, 15, down to the 10, down to the 5, he scores! Touchdown, San Diego!
On defense, Billy Ray Smith led the charge that produced big plays and timely takeaways.
Craig stumbles coming out underneath, gives it to Williams, fumbles, San Diego's got it!
And in the end, it would come down to John Carney and the longest field goal in Chargers history.
This will be a 54-yard field goal. The snap on the way. He whacks it. It is good!
It was the most special moment of the year for the special teams, which were led by Darren Carrington, the special teams player of the year. Punter John Kidd was the setup man for knockout artist cover men like Galen Thaxton, Greg Clark, and Eric Bieniemy. Carrington was the leading tackler, and with him at the head of the charge was number 34, Steve Hendrickson, the special teamer and linebacker who got to see how the other half lives when he took a spin at running back against the Saints.
First and goal at the 3, the give inside. Here comes Hendrickson, got it! Touchdown, San Diego!
The special teamers were everywhere, and the play of the day came from the AFC's leading kickoff return man, Nate Lewis.
To the 5-yard line to Nate Lewis. So go ahead, goes right to the 10, to the 15, got a seam. 20, 30, one man to beat the kicker, he's gonna go all the way! Nate Lewis, touchdown, San Diego!
Lewis's 95-yard run back was the longest ever by a Charger at Jack Murphy Stadium, and it kept San Diego in the game with the 9-1 Saints. The Chargers trailed 21-14 at the half, But the defense would yield no more and shut the Saints out for the rest of the game. San Diego battered New Orleans, and Marion kicked their butts.
They're going to run it. Butts off the left side, cuts into the goal line, down to the goal line, down to the one. Touchdown!
In the final 2 scoring drives of the game, John Friesz showed his maturity, hitting on 9 of 11 passes, including a clutch 29-yarder to rookie Chris Samuels.
Third down, back to throw, looks, throws, Samuels got it! He's down to the 1! Samuels is down to the 1 with 8 seconds to go! This will be an 18-yard field goal to win it. The snap, it's down, it's up, it's good! For the second week in a row, Carney has drilled it!
Offense, defense, and special teams had all come together, and the result was back-to-back wins. Was it a sign of things to come? The cheers the Chargers inspired in 1991 were sweet. They were just too few. By season's end, the Chargers would have to swallow 8 losses that came by less than a touchdown. It left a bitter aftertaste. But new head coach Bobby Ross sees it all as part of the process, the growing pains of a young team on the brink.
We're not that far away. You know, I think you've got to make a commitment. You got to make some sacrifices. It's got to hurt a little bit to get to that level.
The Miami Dolphins tried to pour salt on the Chargers' wounds in the season's next to last game. A win would clinch a playoff berth for Miami. And when Dan Marino hit Mark Clayton at the end of the 3rd quarter, the Dolphins had a 23-10 lead, and their playoff celebration had begun. But with nothing to play for save their pride, the Chargers remained proud. And in one last test of character, they passed. And they ran. And they played defense. And they blocked. And they made big plays.
Friesz will throw, back pedals, lots of time, goes to the corner of the end zone to Harmon, got it! Touchdown, San Diego! First down, Miami, Marino to throw, rolls to the right, sack, fumble, San Diego's got it! It's down at the 12-yard line, first down!
2 key takeaways and 3 touchdowns, 2 by Rod Bernstein, gave the Chargers a 1-point lead. And then, with time running out, Bernstein and the Chargers ran away with the game.
Critical. First down. They're going to give it to Bernstein. Sweep left to the 40. He's going to go down to the 50. Streaks to the sidelines. He's going to go all the way and score. Touchdown, San Diego.
The Chargers' 28 fourth-quarter points were more than they had scored in any other game all year. A testimony to what this team can accomplish when it sets its mind to winning.
I want to put the premium to, but it all ties into that little 3-letter word of win.
An emphasis on the future, a belief in team spirit, a dedication to winning. There's a storm brewing in San Diego, sure to leave bright skies on the horizon for Chargers football.